Well, I was really happy with 3 quarters. Not so happy with the fourth. They outscored us 26-15, and we'll go back and I'm sure that'll be some really good film, video for our players, especially those young kids that were out on the floor. I addressed it a little bit after the Northern Kentucky game with our bench. I thought defensively we made some strides in the right direction this afternoon, but I didn't think we did so much of that in the fourth. And then our ability to not score was concerning when Tyra and Lex and Cahill are on the bench. So we got to keep getting better and finding out how we can get some production and get them to play more soundly on the defensive end. But I thought it was, we addressed some things after the NKU game. So I thought our intent and our purpose, like I mentioned, for 3 quarters, which was much improved, especially the first half. I thought we played a really, really good first half of basketball. And so we'll continue to grow and learn and be better. But one of the things that I've said is you're only as good as your seniors and your leaders, and we're only as strong as our bench. So we got to get everybody involved on both sides of the ball.
Talked about a short leash after the Thursday game. In that fourth quarter, how much do you balance trying to get those guys experience with?
Well, I think that's what we tried to do, John. But we went, for 3 to 4 minutes. 2 things happened. We turned it over 6 times. And then we had stretches, and again, I know 2 or 3 of those were charge calls, and so that's always a difficult, but it's still a lost possession. And then the other part of that is we weren't scoring, and they were, and so we can't again just get to situations where we had a nice lead, but say we don't have a nice lead and we have some foul trouble, we can't continue just to swap baskets with them. We weren't scoring, and they were, so that's a problem. And so we have to address that. The fact that not only were we careless, we had some possessions there where we were out of control and got called for charges. We didn't go down the other end either and get it back by getting the stop that we needed. But you sit over there, and because you want to get those guys experience, and the only way you do that is by playing them. But you also get rewarded for playing well and for performing well and staying sound defensively. And we just didn't feel like that we were doing that, and we weren't scoring. So I had to go back and get Lex and B and Tyra back in the game.
What do you feel like maybe was the problem offensively? People trying to do too much, or people not moving enough, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. We're just different. I think the pace and tempo is different when Tyra's over there on the sideline for us, and although Tia is 5 for 5 from the field, has a great line tonight. Her making sure, I think we can play faster. We're more comfortable when we do that. And I think Tyra just provides a different type of pace. And so that, and again, we got out of control. Obviously, we got called for some charges, and so that's just couldn't get into any rhythm, any flow. And then we have some errant passes to one another. We're trying to share the ball. Maybe we're overpassing at times. And so we'll have to go back, and I don't know that I can answer that as far as I'd like for us to be aggressive. I don't want to take that away from them, but certainly we need good possessions, and we need high percentage shots, and we need the right people taking the right shots.
It seemed like early on Lex was real aggressive in finding those mid-range jumpers.
She was. It was good to see that, she just, and that's the one thing about Lex that, I think she's really improved on since she's been here, is her mid-range game, and really being patient, kind of just taking what the defense is giving her, but also being aggressive. And so she went for a stretch there. I think she had 6 or 8 straight points for us. And when they went to their zone, I was really happy in the first half. They went to the zone, and I know 3 straight possessions we scored. We were able to execute from an offensive perspective, which again was really good to see.
Coming into the game, is that something you guys prepared for?
We did. We knew that just from film and prep, that, you know, we were probably going to see some man and we were going to see some zone. So you know, we work on both, but this morning in our shoot-around, we spent a majority of our time that we spend on ourselves just really cleaning up our zone movement and our zone quick hits. That again, we used 3 of them and we scored on all 3 of them. So that was, like I said, good to see.
You mentioned the bench maybe not being as aggressive or scoring as well as you would have liked, but it looked like Tia was able to be aggressive today.
I thought Tia, like I said, I thought she played soundly today. I think offensively, you know, she's 5 for 5, and I thought really took advantage of what she was given. You know, again, it's about playing both sides of the ball, and you know, everybody likes to score. You know, we're still trying to search for those guys that are going to come off the bench and love to defend and love to rebound. And so we'll, like I said, we're going to keep working and emphasizing that. You know, I don't think there's any question that there was a lot of displeasure with our performance defensively against Northern Kentucky. You know, here's the deal. Great teams want to be coached, and average teams, you know, don't like to be told the truth. And I consider ourselves a great team, and they accepted our challenge of becoming a better basketball team, becoming a better defensive team, becoming a better rebounding team. And every day, like I said, we're just going to keep trying to get better. And you know, we want to be playing in March, and in order to do that, you have to be serious about improving every day. And I got a team down in that locker room that I really believe is serious about that. So I will keep coaching them up until they tell me differently, until they tell me they want to be average, and I don't think that's going to be the case.
Cahill had 6 offensive rebounds and another double-double. You're talking about kind of wanting to be great. Is Cahill one of those players that you think is stepping up and really
Is this your first time to see her play?
No.
Okay, because that's Amanda Cahill. That's what you got to see today. You know, I'm assuming you guys paid particular attention. To me, the 2 plays that stuck out is she gets a high post jumper, and the kid shows a hand, and she's able to, I don't know, still get a shot off and knock it down. And then the very last play of the game, she gets on the floor for a 50-50 ball. You know, shoots it, almost goes in, but keeps it alive. We get the offensive rebound and get a putback. We get the momentum going into halftime. That's the kind of kid she is. And you're going to get that from her best effort. It may not be her best game, but you're going to get her best effort every single night. And that's what we love about having a kid like Amanda Cahill on our team.
Any more questions for Coach?
How do you plan to use this week?
So tomorrow is their off day, which is typical for us on a Sunday or after a Sunday game. And then Tuesday we are going to do groups of shooting, and then we're gonna practice. So you know, I'm very aware that we're in finals week, and you know, that's one of the things about our kids. They're not only you know, really good basketball players, but they're really good students, and we want them to perform and be at their best this week. So we're gonna, like I said, go off really 2 days off essentially. We're just giving them a little bit of a study break on Tuesday and getting them in the gym for about 45 minutes to get shots up and free throws. It's not going to be anything too intense. And then Wednesday we'll go back to work and get ready for a really good Oakland team that's going to come in over the weekend. Awesome, thank you.